It will be a very huge change in the crypto industry, and I think something better is coming and the bullish will come. Okay, let me say, many people are saying no, there's no bullish, the market is going down. But let me tell you something. What I have learned from this industry, since everything was introduced, so that's when I realized that the process of ISO 222 was a really game changer, though it was introduced by 2023. But when you relate very well to Genius Act and the way that we are waiting for the upgrade on 22 of November, I think it's like 3 days ahead. So when you try to relate, you will find that everything was planned by the United States. And it's not only because when we talk about United States, we are trying to mean that mostly financial system is controlled by the United States. So any confirmation that happens, any rule or anything that changes in their role in a kind of financial system is going to Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is a great moment of sharing information about financial market and also trying to talk about what is surrounds us, how different information that we are going to figure out as usual, and as well those guys who are here. You're going to be with me and I'm going to try to highlight some of the information. By the way, the first update that I'm going to give you is that the stock market, the US stock market was wiped out $1 trillion. And mostly the market is not really, okay, some people are saying that the market is not standing well because the Bitcoin is shifting to 80 something. So as we are talking, now the market has gone almost to 89. And with the real support can be at 84. So that means that the market is really going high. But what's my topic of today? What do I want to talk about today? Today I want to talk about how banks and ISO integration 222, they are going to get connected, and which will allow some blockchain project to get access to financial market and also be counted as one of the financial tool or assets to be considered in this era. So guys, welcome back. This is me, Dr. Musa. We are going to go through and I provide the details. Let me try to clarify this. Last time I talked about ISO 222. It was one of very important key that was discussed since 2023. And ISO, when we talk about ISO 222, we are really talking about a financial messaging standard used for, it's all about like trying to make a collaboration between banks and other financial institutions so that they are able to communicate at any time with a speed, with a data riches, security and integrity. But also it is that ISO 222, it was only for the upgrading of financial system, which will allow different banks to communicate through, which will also accept the digital payment, as well as many and different countries are trying to go through CBDC, trying to build a blockchain currency for every nation. So, sincerely speaking, financial system needed the upgrade so that it can allow digital payment and bank transfers in a very fast way with a security, in a secure way. So that's why I'm trying to highlight it. So my part, the part that I'm going to talk about is all about the part where the blockchain will meet, will collaborate with different banks around the world. I know we have been holding our crypto in a different exchanges and wallet, but we have been struggling to withdraw that crypto at once. The only option that was available was let me call it, okay, we are now calling it P2P, but we can call it a black market. This is where we just people become able to withdraw the crypto. They withdraw the crypto using P2P way, where there are some merchants who are exchanging crypto so that you are able to withdraw. But mostly in Africa, we did not get any access to a certain bank which was allowing us to transfer the money to the bank and we withdraw in that way. Unfortunately, that one has been a barrier to the growth of crypto industry, and but due to this ISO 222, there is a hope that something better is coming in the future. Let me clarify this. After that, United States signed the law called Genius Act. I think I also talked about Genius Act at this channel, and I have tried to give different details about the Genius Act, the law that was signed by Donald Trump as the president, whom introduced crypto payment, and it was the law that was really giving ability to use stable coin as stable backed, the coins backed by US dollar to work as a real currency, which will allow so that mostly, okay, there is a lot of things that was going through to either Europe and US. They were trying to make a euro, a currency backed by euro, which is euro. That's a digital payment. The US was to introduce a USDT and USDC and other different US backed stable coins. So the Genius Act really was the green light which was allowing cryptocurrency to participate as money. Several times, several years passed, there was no really a clear act that was really providing the green light to cryptocurrencies to work as allowed by the strongest state like United States. But when again I look to the way that everything was introduced, so that's when I realized that the process of ISO 222 was a really game changer, though it was introduced by 2023. But when you relate very well to Genius Act and the way that we are waiting for the upgrade on 22 of November, I think it's like 3 days ahead. So when you try to relate, you will find that everything was planned by the United States. And it's not only because when we talk about United States, we are trying to mean that mostly financial system is controlled by the United States. So any confirmation that happens, any rule or anything that changes in their role in a kind of financial system is going to affect the entire globe. You see, like now we are like, let me give you an example. It's such an example. Like I am saying that yesterday the stock market exchange of United States got, $1 trillion was wiped out, where Tesla was almost -6, where a company like Nvidia was like -7. So if you look 1 trillion to get wiped in one day, it has completely affected the market. There are several things that has really caused that trillion to be wiped out. First of all, it's because of the other 40 days by the time that they have failed to approve the budget. So a lot of things, a lot of government activity, government institutions were slowing down because they had no money to operate their activity, which has caused completely 1 trillion to get wiped out. So it's also the same reason that has happened to cryptocurrency. And if you combine that, you can see the effect of, you can see that the whole world is depending on the economy of the US. Yet there are other countries which are very strong, but we don't really see a direct impact when there is a change in their economy. So something may happen also. Okay, even China is not standing well because now even the economy the next year will grow to 4.9. But if you look the entire globe, you'll find that the US is playing a big role in this. So this is the reason why I was saying combining the ISO 222 then plus the Genius Act, which was signed by Donald Trump. So it was really a clear green light to a digital payment. That means that's why the the banks and the blockchain project. Like now I can give you some list of coins which are really ready and which have itself integrated to this ISO 222, and there will be a possibility that everyone can transfer the coin, a coin to a certain bank. So it will also allow a bank to start creating wallets and exchanges. It will also allow banks to start, exchanging the fiat to any assets. So if you look at this, the act, this ISO 222, it is an entire integration of banking system, and also it is a solution to some of the countries which has been in a wish of creating a digital currency. Because if a country was preparing for a digital currency, you find, like, let me give you an example. Some of the countries, they already have digital currency, but they were not paying, they were not doing international transfer. But as long as this ISO will be introduced and some of the countries, the national banks, integrate the ISO 222, that will allow the entire globe to start doing transfers in a digital currency. Okay, so there are different countries which has already, plus India, plus Cambodia, which has already introduced the digital payment, but they were not doing international transfer in that digital currency. So, but so far after 22nd of November, they are going to be able to start carrying out international transaction using their digital currency. So, I'm standing on this point which says that it will be a very huge change in the crypto industry, and I think something better is coming and the bullish will come. Okay, let me say, many people are saying no, there's no bullish, the market is going down. But let me tell you something. What I have learned from this industry since 2022, by the time that Russia invaded Ukraine, I was there watching. Bitcoin was trending 68,000, and I was watching the market. The market dropped up to 15,000. So Bitcoin itself dropped up to 15,000. Many people were saying Bitcoin is finished, and many people were trying to bring this comment that what we have gone through is just for nothing. But let me tell you something that I discovered after the economic crisis at 2008. After, always someone who has a cash at economic crisis becomes the next rich after the crisis. Why do I say that that person becomes a next rich person after the crisis? Is because by the time Bitcoin went to 15,000, Ethereum came almost to 700. So from 3,000 it came to 500 something. And the crisis was there. Petrol was a problem because Russia was fighting. Also some different tariffs were being exposed. And for us in the industry, we are saying this is a great something. Bitcoin is going down and there will be no cryptocurrency anymore. But look at what happened. After some time, the economy rebounded and Bitcoin rebounded and made a very huge and a big rally. Up to the time Bitcoin hit 125,000 all-time record. Now, if you consider that, you are going to understand that the coming down of Bitcoin at this time, which is being caused by Trump's tariff, which is being caused by the government, the budget not being approved, which is caused by different tariffs that are being imposed to different nations, if you are wise, you are not going to consider it as a problem. Instead, you are going to consider it as an opportunity for you to hold more assets as much as you can. Believe me or not, Warren Buffett bought different companies and different shares after, in crisis 2008. And as of now we are talking, he's a rich man and nobody else can really try to reach to his level to that extent. So, I was trying to clarify that the calming down of this market is an opportunity for the wise people to try to hold different coins as they wish, because look at this improvement, ISO improvement. So there is a different things that are taking place. Different banks are trying to meet the compliance. Different coins are also fighting to meet compliance, ISO 222 compliance. There is also different things, look, even American threat to Venezuela. A lot of things that are economically happening, they have caused Bitcoin to go down. But this is a clear opportunity for you to hold coins as much as you want. So guys, I just wanted to highlight, but my point was like, this integration of Bitcoin into international transfer, blockchain, this integration of ISO 2, where it's going to allow digital payment to be made internationally and approved. Sincerely speaking, this is going to lead us into a bullish. It's going to lead us into a bullish of any coin that will exist and meet the compliance of ISO 222. So guys, I was trying to give out the details about the integration of banks and the integration of digital transfers, integration of digital payment, which is going to be where the country will create a CBDC. Some countries will create a CBDC. US has decided to use a US backed coin. Then Europe has started to use euro, a stable coin backed by euro. So different nations are trying to create a digital currencies, and that's why ISO 222 was very important in this game, so that countries will be allowing each other to accept the currency, to accept the digital payment. So how is it now? What if our Pi network will let also meet the compliance of this ISO as it claims, because it is claiming that it has done everything to meet the ISO compliance, Pi network. So the same thing is not going to be left behind. The truth is that as long as the one who will meet this ISO compliance will have a legal documents that will allow his coin to work all over the world and be deposited to any kind of a bank, be withdrawn to any nearest branch or a small branch of bank. So the truth is that a coin that will meet the compliance will conquer the world. This is the truth. And sincerely speaking, we can't really say that this is a very great milestone, and we hope that Pi network as the biggest and the biggest coin, the coin which has a global community, I think it will try all the possible measures to meet the ISO compliance. Yet there are coins which have already met the compliance. That can be XRP, that can be XRM, that can be Hedera, that can be Quant. All of those ones that they have already, for them they have passed, let me call it as if they have passed a KYC and they are approved by the ISO 222. So the same thing, we have not got a clear notification that is telling us that Pi network is also admitted, but as the Ukraine saw, so we are going to wait and see if their upgrade is going also to affect them. So guys, we are deep dive into this industry, and we hope that everything that will happen will really provide a clear information. So guys, thank you very much. I can say that in next year, everyone is going to try to see a crypto on his door. Everyone is going to try to see crypto as a very important tool to use wherever you are, any country that you're staying in. Believe me or not, this thing is near your door. So guys, thank you very much. I would like to encourage you to use Mexic. I will put the description. Mexic Exchanger, the only exchanger where you can get almost, once you open account and you trade on it, you can get almost 10,000 USDT in promotion. So I'm putting the link in the description. Try to go and log in and use Mexic while trading. It has a very good robot. The robots are so good. It has also an AI trading platform. It has the way that it provides the market incentives and fundamental analysis, which you can base on while trading. So guys, thank you very much. See you in the next video.